and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Alright guys, I am super excited today to introduce my next project. Yesterday was a rainy day here in Pennsylvania and I went out and I actually picked up two motorcycles. But today's video is going to just feature this one. This is a 2002 Kawasaki ZZR1200. This model was never super popular in the US, and this bike was really overshadowed by the Hayabusa and the ZX12R. The ZZR is really a special bike historically. It's technically the last of the ZX11 line of motorcycles, although Kawasaki made a bunch of upgrades when they went to the ZZR1200, and we'll look over those more in a future episode. Earlier this season, I was disappointed to miss out on another ZZR1200 in this same color and in really just about the same cosmetic condition as this bike. And so I was really happy to find another one for sale. And this one I purchased as a non-runner. Anytime you buy a non-running motorcycle, it is a gamble. And so I kind of took a gamble on this bike. I looked it over cosmetically. I thought it looked pretty decent. I'm really hoping that that gamble pays off, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys informed on the progress. When I purchased this bike, there were two known issues on it. The first of which is the hydraulic clutch has no pressure to it. There's no pressure at the lever here, and so I'm definitely going to have to check out the hydraulic clutch situation. Hopefully that's something where I can bleed the system out and build up pressure again, and everything will function as it should. Otherwise, I may need to rebuild the master cylinder or the slave cylinder. The second issue with this bike, and really to me the scary issue with this bike, was that the previous owner was going to show the bike to someone and the battery was dead, so he decided to jump the bike with a car. I'm going to stop there. That's always a bad idea. If you own a motorcycle, please don't jump it with a car battery. It's just way too many cold cranking amps, and the amperage that the system in a car puts out can really damage the electrics in the motorcycle. Somehow in the process of doing that, he was able to get the bike started, but the next time he went to do that, there was nothing when he turned on the ignition switch. There's no lights, there's just no action at all on the bike, and so evidently something happened in the process to the electrics of the bike. I'm really hoping that it's not a big issue and it's something that is easily tracked down, but electrical items can be a real bear. I'm not really happy about that aspect of this job, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be a good learning experience either way. Without further ado, I'm going to walk you around the bike and just talk about a few of the options that it has and my plans for this in the future. The first nice addition that this bike has is the bar risers. These raise the handlebars by about 1.5 inches, and those are really nice. I'm glad they're on there, and it makes the bike a little bit more all-day comfortable. Another nice addition that it has is the Corbin seat, and this seat actually comes with the Corbin backrest on it. This bike also has the mounts for the Corbin Beetle bags, and those are actually large saddlebags that go on this bike. Those were a very expensive aftermarket item that you could purchase for the bike, and again, that just gives it long-range touring capability if you want to put those on there for a longer trip. Another nice add-on that this bike has is a fork brace on the front forks. That helps to improve the handling on the bike, and I'm happy about that. It's a nice add-on to have. Cosmetically, the bike does have a few little scuffs and dings. Most of those I think I'll be able to touch up pretty easily. It has a few scratches on the right side fairing from a driveway tip over. It also broke this light out, and so this is kind of attached but not well on the turn signal on the front. So I'll go ahead and pull that panel off and make sure that that's seated properly and attached properly. There are also a few minor scuffs on the kickstand side of the bike. They are even more minor than the ones on the right side of the bike, so I'm not real concerned about that. And I think this bike should detail out and clean up very nicely. The tires on the bike, both front and back, look to be in excellent condition. They look to be newer. The gas tank is very clean inside. It's clean, shiny metal. The gas doesn't smell bad yet, so that's another good sign. The front brake lever itself has a little bit of a bend to it and a couple of scuffs on the end. I may be able to repair this one, or I may have to replace this and just buy a new front brake lever for the bike. All right guys, as far as next steps on this project, The first thing that I'm going to do, I'll probably bleed out the clutch system and see if I can get the hydraulic clutch and the slave cylinder and all of that working as it should. And then I want to address the electrical issue and actually get the bike running so that I could take it out on the road and see what else it needs. If you've seen any of my previous rescue projects, you know that I'll be going through this bike from front to back and looking at all of my systems, from the brakes to the transmission to all the fluids on the bike to the wheel bearings and the chain. And I really want to go over this thoroughly and bring it back to as close to new condition as I can. I want to make this a very solid, reliable daily driver motorcycle, and I just can't wait to get started on that process. It's actually hard for me to start filming before I'm starting working on this bike. This is a 2002 ZZR1200. It has 24,000 miles on it, so it's not a high mileage bike. It's also not a super low mileage bike, but I'm okay with that. This is really a sleeper of a motorcycle because it was overshadowed performance-wise by the ZX12R and the Hayabusa. Not many people realize this bike actually makes 10 horsepower more than the ZX11 did at the rear wheel. And so it is a very, very stout performer, a very fast bike. And once I have this bike entirely sorted, I cannot wait to review it for this channel and let you guys know what it's like out on the road. I'll keep you informed on the progress that I make on this project in upcoming videos. All right, enough talk. It's time for me to get to work on this motorcycle and to start bringing it back to life. I can't wait. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative. And until next time, enjoy the ride.